Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage one of our new people, who hopefully become a regular, Greg Kuiper. Greg, there he is. I met him earlier today.
So I'm sitting on the curb in front of my house. It's a July evening. The sun's gone down and it's getting dark, and I'm crying. My third wife had just slammed the front door in my face. Get out of this house! I've had it! You've put alcohol before our marriage for the last time. Bam. Well, so there it was. She had called my bluff, and I knew this was the last time. And I'm sitting there, and the thoughts and feelings are rolling over me with the tears, shame, guilt, disgust with myself. I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought about checking out, but instead somehow during the night I found the courage to check in to rehab the next day. I wanted to get that monkey off my back. Now rehab was a pretty scary place at first, but I quickly realized that there was a real camaraderie there, a common effort to get that monkey off our backs. And at the same time I felt this emotional disconnect with myself, with the others there. It was really blank void inside me. I had lost my friend, my lover. And it was really a weird feeling. At the same time, I kept having these traumatic bits and pieces of memories from my childhood coming in and bashing at me. They'd kind of dance in and jab me and then scamper away. I grew up in a small town. My dad was a well-respected member of the community, a leader, but at home he was a mean SOB. And the verbal and emotional abuse was relentless. He was an angry man. I don't have a lot of memories of my childhood, but I do have ones of traumatic interactions with him. I'm 7, and we're in his old truck, and we're driving out to this piece of farmland that he has outside of town that he likes to work on the weekends. And there's no conversation because you don't talk to him. He talks to you, maybe. And we get there, and he goes to this old, green, massive tractor that's just smelly and loud, black smoke. And he fires it up, and he motions for me to get up on the platform, and I do, and he follows me up there, and then he picks me up and he sets me in the driver's seat. And I immediately fear rises in me because I've always been wary of this guy. And I'm really starting to get very anxious, and he's telling me that, well, you're going to steer this tractor along this ravine over here while I throw some seeds in this ravine that I want to, protect from erosion. And I am like, oh my God, I am in a panic by this time. I am crying, my heart is racing, and he puts my hands on the steering wheel. And I am really crying. Daddy, please, no, don't do this. Please don't do this. And he says, stop your crying, pay attention. And he revs up the motor, and he throws this thing into gear, and we lurch forward, and I am just doing everything I can just to hang on and stay in the seat. And he climbs up on the hood of this thing, and he's standing there lurching around, and he's got this 5-gallon bucket under his hand, and he's throwing these seeds out, dancing around like this, and I'm doing everything. Really? Right? This is what he did. I know. And I'm just screaming in terror by this time. He can't hear me, but I can hear him. Damn it, son! Keep it straight! You're gonna kill us! Can't you do anything? Well, I didn't kill us, because I'm here. But the memory stops right there. I have no idea what happened after that. I'm sure I just disassociated somehow. So I'm back in rehab, and these are the kind of things that are bombarding me, these memories from trauma from him. And, it's one thing to shake off the addiction to the substance, the physical addiction. It's quite another to beat to heal the emotional wounds from that monkey hanging on your back, pulling on your hair. I had hair once. And hanging on like crazy to you. And somehow during that time, the universe blessed me and showed me a way out of that through, two girls, young girls. And Sarah and Christine were 18, and I remember watching them go down the halls of this treatment center, hunched over, barely moving, holding each other up. They were so hollow, gaunt, just ghosts of themselves. Opiate addiction had just decimated these two beautiful young girls. And it hit me so hard to see that. And I knew that I just took them under my wing. I had to do something. And so the whole time we were there, I would eat meals with them, and we would talk, and I'd try to get them to laugh and show them that there was some hope. The day before you leave treatment, there's a ceremony that everybody does, and you get up and you talk about where you'd come from, what you'd learned while you were there, the hope for the future. And today it was Christine and Sarah's day. And Sarah got up and she talked about how rough it had been for her and how she had attempted suicide before she had got there and how much she had learned there. And she was really thankful of the staff and said she had some hope. And then she turned around and she looked right at me, and I was totally shocked. And she said, and I have that hope because of the help that you gave me. And Christine immediately turned around, and she's crying too. They're both crying. And she says, I never would have made it through this without you, Greg.
No.
And now I'm crying too, right? The three of us are crying. And I felt something at that moment that I don't think I'd ever felt before in my life up to that point. It was this amazing emotional connection with them. This vibrant resonance of souls, attunement. And I knew right then that was my aha moment, that I was going to spend the rest of my days helping people get through addiction and find those emotional connections that we all need. I was 59. I went back to school and got a master's in counseling psychology with an emphasis in addiction. And I've been doing this work ever since. And that was 8 years ago I walked out of that place. And I will continue doing this work until I take my last breath. And every day I remember those two girls in that auditorium and what we felt together. And I thank them. And I thank my lovely wife who opened the door and let me come home.
Oh.
Thank you so much, and thank you for Melissa for bringing him, sharing him with us.
We're all
I
crying.
know, I'm crying too. For a number of years, I have spent a lot of hours in stinky little rooms with addicts, and it's the only place I have felt forgiven. And, yeah, so thank you for that. Thank you so much.